It's time now for the Business Report with Joel Crosskill.
Lots to share with you in the Business Report today, as Stationery and Office Supplies Limited S.O.S. filed its 2023 annual report at the recently held AGM under historic success, the evolution of which was in part furnished by Stephen Todd, Chairman and Director of Sales and Marketing.
S.O.S. hit a new benchmark in 2023 and delivered revenue growth of 11% year on year and an increase of 17% in gross profit over the prior year. It was not a year without challenges, but with the economy back from pre-COVID-19 output levels, our primary goal was to find the necessary skilled professionals to meet our rapid expansions.
Despite some initial inertia, momentum grew as the company took control of the first quarter, reeling in $519 million in revenues, a 22% increase year over year. At that point, it marked S.O.S.'s best performing quarter in its history, surpassing $500 million. So it seems rather than the coded call for help historically associated with the S.O.S. acronym, 2023's outcomes are instead a call for attention, as the company's rapid expansion of revenue and profit was described by one of the aforementioned new additions to the S.O.S. team, Financial Controller Kareem Jones.
Total revenue in fiscal year 2023 was $1.9 billion, which was 11% higher than the previous year and the highest revenue in the company's history, with a strong gross profit margin of 51% compared to 48% in 2022. Even with rising shipping costs, S.O.S. has managed to take advantage of improved operational efficiencies, strategic pricing adjustments, and favorable supplier negotiations, all of which contributed to the strong margin.
At the end of the year, S.O.S. had increased its total assets by 25%, from $1.39 billion at the end of 2022 to $1.74 billion at the end of 2023. Fixed assets also rose by 36%, with the purchase of 2 additional properties, seen as essential for the company's expansion ambitions.
2023 was also a year of expansion and growth, both locally and internationally. We have constructed a new 5,000 square foot warehouse at our Beechwood Avenue property in Kingston. We have rented an additional 3,000 square foot warehouse in Montego Bay, taking our full warehouse capacity to almost over 50,000 square feet. All this being said, we have also purchased 2 new properties. All being well, in the first quarter of 2025, we'll start work on one of them with a new warehouse project. All of this to increase our storage and inventory capacity to be able to meet the needs of our customers and their expectations.
And if you are wondering what the main drivers of that performance were, as the saying goes, seek and you shall find, that the company's factory of the same name saw its highest ever revenue of $97 million, with plans to modernize machinery also in the works, as explained by Managing Director Alan McDaniel.
We have some very antiquated, maybe depending on the right word to use, which is very labor intensive. Now, for example, those machines, we have ruling machines, we have gluing machines, we have stapling machines, all the various individual machines that need to be combined to make one product. The new machinery that's coming will put paper at one end and a product at the other end, which will require less labor involvement for every stage of production. Not only is it going to require less labor to operate these machines, but the output on it will produce, if we could do 1,000 books in a day previously, we should be able to do that 1,000 books within an hour based on the technology of the machinery coming. So hence why we're saying that our output should be, we can as much as triple our output with the existing machinery, but we are going to initially looking to increase by at least 50% in our first year once the machinery is up and running. And it is only going to be beneficial for the market, for Jamaica, to make sure that they have a locally made product for every school child there is, but also for our bottom line.
Add to that the successes of their Evolve furniture line, which has capitalized on the trend in which more customers are becoming interested in ergonomic design, comfortably surpassing $100 million in sales. The company is now positioning itself to offset its plans for increased manufacturing through the expansion of its renewable energy mix.
As we grew over the last few years till to now, we've probably reduced that to about 20, maybe 40% approximately now from the solar. So we are actually right now at this point in time looking at expanding our solar project again with a very heavy capital investment to be able to almost come off the grid.
And that was your business report. I'm Joel Crosskill.